So you're a new EV owner, or maybe you're about to become one. Well, there's one single question that can be shockingly expensive to answer. Can your house actually handle an EV charger? In the next few minutes, we're going to clear all that up and potentially save you thousands of dollars. You did it. You got the car. You're so excited to never see a gas station again. But then this little thought creeps in. Wait, can my electrical panel even handle a charger? Because if you get that answer wrong, it could be a $5,000 mistake. And yeah, you heard that right. A full-blown electrical panel upgrade can easily set you back anywhere from $3 to $5,000. I mean, what a huge, unexpected bill to get right after you've bought a new car. It can really take the shine off the whole experience. But honestly, the money is only half of it. The real stress is just the not knowing. You have to find an electrician you can trust. You got to schedule a visit, and then you're just sitting there, kind of holding your breath, hoping they're not going to try and upsell you on a bunch of expensive work you might not even need. It's a really common fear, right? This idea that if you have an older home, you're automatically going to need an upgrade. But what if that whole idea is just wrong? What if it's basically a myth? Okay, so check this out. This number, 70%, is based on really detailed electrical load calculations, and it represents a huge, huge majority of homeowners. That's right, 70% of homeowners do not need a panel upgrade. Just let that sink in for a second. The vast majority of homes already have all the electrical capacity they need to handle an EV charger. That expensive, stressful upgrade you're worried about, it's usually completely unnecessary. And hey, this isn't just us saying this. Even the EPA points out that a smaller 100-amp service is often perfectly fine for EV charging. You see, the key isn't just the big number on your panel, it's about how much electricity your home realistically uses day to day. So here's the big question, right? How do good electricians figure this out? Well, there's a professional method, a specific formula, that separates the experts from the guessers. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works so you can have that same powerful knowledge. It all boils down to this, NEC Article 220.82. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually really simple. It's an official, by-the-book method that calculates your home's realistic power needs, not some crazy, imaginary worst-case scenario. Think of it like this. The old worst-case method pretends you're running everything in your house at the exact same time. The oven's on, the AC is blasting, the dryer's tumbling, every single light is on. But the realistic method, this 220.82, is way smarter. It uses what are called demand factors, which is just a fancy way of saying it knows you don't live like that. And this simple change reveals all this hidden capacity your panel has. So how's it actually work? Well, a pro starts with your basic stuff, lights and general outlets. Then they apply those real-world discounts we just talked about. After that, they add in the big appliances, your HVAC, your oven, your dryer. And finally, they compared that realistic total to what your panel can handle. As long as you're under the 80% safety rule, you are good to go. It's just simple math, not magic. And look at the difference this makes. For a totally normal home with a 200-amp panel, that old worst-case method might say you're overloaded and need that $5,000 upgrade. But when you use the correct, realistic 220.82 method, it shows you're only using about 175 amps. Your existing panel works just fine. That's a massive, massive difference. For years, this calculation was kind of like a trade secret for licensed electricians. The only way you could get this real answer was to pay for a service call. But here's the cool part. That's all changing. It is now possible to run this exact same professional assessment all by yourself in just a few minutes. There's this tool called ChargeRate, and the process is just dead simple. First, you snap a clear picture of your electrical panel. Second, you answer a few really easy questions about your home, like its square footage and what major appliances you have. And third, you get a professional, code-compliant report sent right to your email. That's it. So at the end of the day, it really just boils down to this choice. You can spend about $13 in a few minutes to get a real, data-driven answer upfront, or you can roll the dice, schedule an installer, and risk getting hit with a bill for thousands of dollars for an upgrade that, as we've just seen, most people don't even need. So let me just ask you this. When you are facing a decision that could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, wouldn't you rather start with cold, hard data instead of a guess? Knowing your panel's true capacity puts you in the driver's seat. It empowers you to save time, avoid stress, and make the absolute smartest choice for your home.